Excited to be back into game week. Had a great week over the bye. Some priorities, throughout the bye week were, getting this team, getting this group back to as close to full strength as we can, and prioritizing health. Secondly, really prioritizing is improving. As a team, fundamentally, technically. Self-scout, self-evaluation, where we can continue to put our guys in, best situations. Lastly, starting our prep on Indiana. And to our team's credit, to our guys' credit, I thought we accomplished all three of those things. Had some really competitive practices midweek. We're really able to phase into some Indiana focus, which was a great opportunity to get ahead on those guys, and this group is excited for the opportunity that lies ahead. Coach Signetti has done an incredible job. It's a hot football team right now. They're playing really confident, playing really well. Off to a 5-0 start. No weaknesses on this team. Play really well in all three phases. Really high level quarterback play. Well-coached offense, well-rounded, balanced. Defensively, they're playing at a really high level, and certainly very well-coached on special teams. So an incredible opportunity, incredible challenge in front of us. Excited that we're going to be doing it at home here on the lakefront. Thrilled that our students are back on campus, and really looking forward to the environment that we're going to be able to create Saturday afternoon.
Was there an area where you felt health-wise you really needed to get better? Any particular unit, and any word on Cam?
Yeah, the O-line is certainly an area of health that we need to. Our depth has been challenged in that room, but excited about the continued development of the whole room. But excited to hopefully get Nick Herzog back this week and available. Cam's definitely trending in the right direction. We'll know more as the week goes along in terms of Cam's availability, but really hopeful that he'll be available on Saturday. If there's anyone that's going to work their tails off to make sure that they're back, it's Cam Porter. But definitely trending in the right direction.
Coach, now that you've had this bye week to do some self-scout, where would you evaluate your offense a third of the way through the season?
Yeah, we're not playing at the level that we want to, but I think there's a lot of areas that we're excited about to see some breakthrough in. Up until Washington, I thought we were doing a great job of establishing the run game. I think when we're operating efficiently and staying ahead of the chains, we saw some things in the passing game the second half against Eastern Illinois that we can continue to build off of. Was really proud of the way that, going back and evaluating the film, really proud of the way that Jack stood in and continued to compete against Washington. He's standing in the pocket, taking some hits, delivering the ball. There were opportunities out there in the passing game that we didn't convert on. And, I think the critical piece for us offensively is making sure that guys continue to be urgent in their prep process and their preparation. But we have such a prideful group that knows there's more within us, that there can be a certain level of pressing at times, and we just need to take a deep breath, take it one play at a time, execute. And I think areas that we can help our guys do that is, number one, consistently establishing the run game, which we did in the first 3 games, and utilize that as an asset to open up other areas of our offense.
How much of the struggles would you account to scheme versus execution?
I think one thing myself and our entire staff will always self-evaluate is, it can be really easy as a coach to point the finger and say, oh, we need to execute, or, this person needs to play better. And to be honest with you, that's kind of like a, passive way of pointing fingers. I think there's always things that we can do as coaches to put our guys in better situations, and that's in all 3 phases. I think the best coaches, can have one of the best stat lines they've ever had as a coach and still find areas that they can put their guys in better situations. I think our staff is constantly finding those areas to improve. I think the balance in that, David, is making sure that you're not trying to come up with the perfect call or the perfect game plan and allowing those game plans to balloon. And now you're almost putting too much on the guys, and now they're playing slow. And especially coming off a bye week, I challenged our staff yesterday. I said, the thing that will not happen, we're not going to let this game plan balloon on us just because we have more time to put into it. At the end of the day, we got to create comfort calls. And, if we call the same thing 5 times, great. If it's working, keep going back to it. And but it certainly was a great opportunity for us to evaluate all 3 phases where we're at, do a lot of self-scout, self-study, and find areas that we can put our guys in better positions.
Coach, do you have any updates on Carmine Beststone's status, and how have you seen him sort of embrace his role as a captain and as a leader from the sidelines thus far?
Really proud of the way that he's handled this. I mean, everyone in this room is aware of how hard it is, to not be available to play, and especially someone as competitive as Carmine. That has not been easy on him, but never once has hung his head, has taken a very active leadership role, whether it be in meetings, practice, on the sideline during game day, has truly embodied that captain role. Like I said, it's we were hopeful to have Carmine back at this point, but just a finicky deal that he's dealing with, and making sure that he's back to full strength before he returns to play. He's probably doubtful this week, but again, we are anticipating a return here, sooner than later, and certainly cannot wait to have him back out on the field.
When you made the quarterback change from Mike Wright to Jack Lausch, one of the things you talked about was the importance of protecting the ball, limiting turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Against Washington, it seemed like Jack sometimes pulled the ball down late. Do you think it's in the back of his mind, when you're asking him to play free and with confidence, do you think it's kind of a conflicting message to ask a young quarterback to also be so mindful of avoiding turnovers?
Yeah, and that's why I don't use language like avoiding turnovers. It's value the football. You make a convicted decision and let it rip, but don't be reckless and put the ball in danger just to try and make a play. I think for the most part, Jack did a great job of that. Other than the 2-minute drive, at the end of the half, I think Jack did a good job of valuing the football, and I think we've done a good job of not sending a conflicting message in that regard.
Coach, as you mentioned, first game back with students on campus. What's your message to students coming to the game, and what's your message to students who are on the fence about going?
Yeah, wild side, let's go. I mean, can't wait. My message to all our students is, get your hands on a ticket. Show up for opening kick, stay for all 4 quarters. This is going to be Big Ten ball at its best, a 4-quarter battle. You have a tremendous impact on the game. We've seen that firsthand at Ryan Field. We've seen it firsthand in Welsh Ryan over the last couple of years. Really excited to see the student turnout at field hockey a couple weeks ago. It's just that momentum is building, and we can't wait for our students to be a part of football on the lakefront. And if you can't get your hands on a ticket, come be a part of game day. I mean, there's so much incredible things going on campus on Saturdays in the fall right now, and we want you to be a part of it.
Coach, you talked